Hi everyone, Gabrielle here. Day 8 of my journey to life, and the blog I wrote about today, or last night, was about allowing distractions. So, within all of my life pretty much, I've always had this point of wanting to distract myself from having to do responsibilities that I'm responsible for during my day, during my life. When I was a kid, it would be like, on the weekends my dad would bug me to go and, rake the yard, or in the summertime he'd bug me to clean off the pool and things like that. And because I was allowing laziness and I was allowing the resistances of having to actually get up, take the time to scoop all the leaves off the pool or rake the yard, and take the leaves and toss them, take the time to do that to completion. I allowed that amount of time and the effort that was going to take as resistances because I didn't want to actually move myself to do it. I allowed those resistances to I kind of submitted myself to those resistances to move myself and get the work done. So I would distract myself with, TV shows and video games and, going over to my friend's house and playing, doing something where I would get a good energy feeling, like I'd gain stimulation and get a good feeling, have fun, be entertained. And, within working, it's physical, practical labor that you're not really being stimulated by. It's not entertaining in any way. You're not gaining any energy as being stimulated by what the responsibilities you have. It takes effort, it takes focus, it takes patience, and it takes a long time. Not all the time, it's a long time, but to do it to completion, it takes a good while, usually, like yard work or whatever the point is. So it's a polarity play out of feelings, emotions, feeling good by getting stimulated, and then feeling bad when I feel these resistances. I wrote in some self-forgiveness on this feeling of heaviness that you feel within yourself when you feel these resistances come on, and it's like, it's like you just don't want to move within it. And within these resistances, you can either allow them to stop you from moving and doing your responsibilities, or you can walk through them and push yourself and get the responsibilities done. So within process, this is a point that is walked within the Destiny process that I'm walking and many others are walking. And, I face resistances a lot. Even, coming here to do, I read my self-forgiveness and then I come and make a video. And, before coming down here and getting this done, I can feel the resistances come on. I don't want to come down there. I don't want to read through it because I have to sit here and it takes time and effort. And then I have to make a video and I have to, understand what I'm speaking about and be able to voice myself. And, I have these resistances to actually come and do it. So tonight, after writing this blog out and these self-forgiveness and commitment statements, I went right ahead. I sat down in my chair, I opened my blog, I I didn't open any email, Facebook, or anything like that. I read through the forgiveness statements, and I came right on here and started speaking about it. So just these points of understanding what has to be done and just pushing yourself to follow through with what you have to do and do it. Just push yourself to do it. And I'm going to continue to walk this point of getting my stuff done on, in a timely fashion, not using Facebook because, some nights I can just sit on Facebook and go over, just putz around on Facebook or emails or forum or whatever the case may be, and just waste, 3 hours on just bumming around the internet when I have, a bunch of stuff to do, and just wasting my time. So within this forgiveness as well, I did forgiveness statements of wasting time and using, like laziness and submitting to resistances as a point to fall back and just waste my time and, put it off till tomorrow. I can just do it tomorrow. And then it just continues on. The resistances build and build and build as you allow them to direct you, and then it gets to a point where it's tough to like move through those resistances. So I've been working with this point for a bit, and I'm starting to slowly gain progress in this point, but I'm not totally effective within it. I see within my work as well, becoming really effective within what I'm doing, not allowing distractions, and just getting my work done. And when you follow through and you stop the resistances, you stop allowing the resistances to, where you kind of submit to them, you walk through them and you get your stuff done, and you do a bunch of stuff because you just continue to be effective and push yourself to do the tasks that are in front of you to do. You gain a strength within yourself, and you also build trust within yourself. And this strength is your self-discipline and self-perseverance, self-will, becoming stronger and stronger and stronger through you applying yourself within this point of stopping being submitted and submitting to resistances, stopping submitting to laziness feelings, stopping this point of wanting to be stimulated through entertainment avenues. And it's not to say, don't go and like watch a movie or something, but within each point that you walk, you're responsible for who you are and what is your starting point for going and doing whatever you're doing. I was even looking at that point of going to see a movie, and it's, what movies are you going to see? Why are you going to see those movies? Because a lot of movies out there now, like this one, The Hunger Games, that is out, it's like a really popular book, but the message of it is not something that's, supportive or beneficial for humanity at all. So, a lot of people want to see that around me, and I always say, it's not supportive for humanity. It's saying that we need to be in survival mode and things like that. But, so it's this point of who are you within what you're doing? And the more you build this point of self-trust and self-perseverance, walking through resistances, walking through laziness, walking through stopping yourself from being distracted by outside points, but living here, breathing, allowing yourself to walk the points out that you're responsible for, that are on a list that you need to get done. I usually have a list. I've been actually walking this recently, writing out a list of points that I need to get done. On my desk I have a bunch of post-its. You know, I do little post-it notes for things I need to get done, so I have a reminder. But you know, once you get it done, you check it off and you just continue moving on and getting all the points done. So a list is effective, a physical list. Also, it kind of is a reminder so you don't forget points. And, you know, from doing this, you gain a sense of pride within yourself because you're pushing yourself through the resistances, through the easy way out, so to speak, by, you know, saying you're going to do it tomorrow. I don't have to do it right now. You know, this doesn't really need to get done. I can do it some other time. And then you can go into second guessing why you're doing the stuff you're doing instead of just being here, being effective in your living. And I'm speaking about myself too, being effective in my living and committing myself to stopping this point of distracting myself within, especially on the internet when I have to, like, you know, write a blog or do a vlog or, you know, walk through whatever points I have to walk through. And you know, I actually, within my self-corrective statement, I put a point in there that, you know, I can set aside you know, a few moments in my day to relax, hang out, take a breather, but not use that as a point of taking advantage of, you know, resting and relaxing. So it's, again, being self-honest within what you're doing, who you are, and becoming the most effective being you can be to walk this process, walk all the points that must be walked, and continue to push yourself, expand yourself, and stop the limitations of the mind as resistances, laziness, thoughts, ideas, beliefs that will slow you down and slow me down and cause me to be kind of like molasses, stuck. So I will continue to push myself within these points of stopping distracting myself, stopping resistances, breathing through these points to be here, align myself with physical movement, physical actions, and push myself to get all of what I have to get done. And so I can move within my process, I can expand myself, and eventually we can, all of us as becoming effective beings in our living, will create an effective world, a world that is effective, a world that is beneficial for all, a world where we take responsibility for all the points that we need to take responsibility for, and thus we create a responsible world as ourselves. So the process is an awesome point to practice these, you know, self-discipline, self-perseverance, patience with self, and stopping, you know, thoughts, ideas, beliefs that I can't do it, I'm too tired, it's too hard, I could just do it another time, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, it's so, like, interesting on Facebook. Look at that celebrity gossip column or whatever. So it's to stop all that, stop all the distractions, get here focused, in process, in living, in becoming an effective being, working with yourself to align yourself with the physical as practicality and common sense to get what has to be done so we can create a world that is equal and one to ourselves as we have created ourselves to be in this way. So that's it for today. Thanks for listening. Bye.